Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
39-year-old Florida man Marcos Gleffe was outspoken with his friends, his family online about his beliefs, about the, false beliefs, I should say, about a stolen election. In the lead up to the Capitol attack, Gleffe was encouraging his Facebook contacts to watch and share a live stream of what he called the, quote, DC event on January 6th. He told them that they should follow a Parler account that used the handle Fight the Fraud. So on January 6th of 2021, he went to DC. He was seen in photos and on video watching as others were attacking officers on the west lawn of the Capitol. He even recorded some of this violence, got it on his cell phone. He was then seen on surveillance video entering the Capitol through a Senate wing door that had just minutes before been kicked open from the inside by Trump's mob. And alarms were blaring as he entered, so he clearly knew he wasn't wanted. He wasn't supposed to be there. He carried 2 flags into the building with him. He followed the mob into the Capitol crypt area. He watched again as others were physically assaulting officers. They were trying to prevent the mob from moving further into the building. Gleffe didn't participate in that violence, and he exited the Capitol 11 minutes later. But in the days that followed, Gleffe told his Facebook followers that it wasn't, quote, true patriots who attacked the Capitol. As usual, he blamed Antifa. Gleffe claimed that they, quote, blended in and made us look bad. As you guys know by now, I have profiled nearly 1,000 January 6 defendants. There has not been a single person arrested. There has not been a single person implicated with any ties to Antifa. You know why? Because they weren't there. They weren't trying to stop Biden's election. Anyway, Gleffe also bragged about how his followers had jumped from 38,000 to 61,000 overnight due to his January 6 posts. So on May 3rd of 2021, the FBI paid Gleffe a visit. He admitted to the agents that he wanted to live stream to his business account on January 6th and that he was hoping to make a profit off of the video. But he said because of poor cell service, he wasn't able to live stream. Gleffe also said that he was at Trump's rally and he heard other people in the crowd. He admitted this. He heard other people in the crowd saying, quote, we're storming the Capitol. And then he confirmed that he followed them and he saw the mob knocking over barricades and, quote, pushing up against cops. So he knew they weren't allowed on the Capitol grounds. There were barricades up for a reason. He knew that the police were trying to keep people out. They were trying to repel them. Yet he claimed that when he entered the building, officers were stationed outside the door and they allowed him inside. There is zero evidence, just like there's zero evidence of Antifa being there, there is zero evidence of the police allowing anyone to enter the building. He also appears to have lied about not being able to live stream because another Facebook user contacted the FBI and she said she saw Gleffe's live stream on Facebook. So Gleffe was arrested on September 2nd of 2021, and he was charged with entering a restricted building or grounds, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, and parading or demonstrating in a Capitol. In September of 2022, Gleffe pleaded guilty to the parading charge, so he was facing up to 6 months in jail, 5 years of probation, and $5,000 in fines. However, as usual, the prosecutor requested a sentence of only 45 days in jail, 3 years of probation, 60 hours of community service, and $500 in restitution. And they told the court that Gleffe now expresses remorse for his actions and that he says that what he did on January 6th was the, quote, biggest mistake of his life. So that's a positive, but Gleffe does have a little bit of a criminal history. He violated the terms of his release conditions also in this case. Gleffe has 1 conviction for possession of a controlled substance. He was also arrested and charged in 2004 for DUI, and he was arrested again in 2006 for violating a bail bond. In regard to his January 6th case, in August of 2022, Gleffe moved from Illinois to Florida without the permission of his probation officer. So that's how he violated the terms of his release in this case. For some reason, Gleffe's case was assigned to Circuit Court Judge Florence Pan rather than a U.S. District Court judge. I couldn't locate any details about what may have been said at the sentencing hearing, but Judge Pan sentenced Gleffe to only 3 years of probation and a $1,000 fine. You guys know how I feel about this. Even if a defendant wasn't violent, even if they didn't damage anything, if they added to the mayhem just with their mere presence at the Capitol or inside the building, if they took attention away from officers who could have assisted their fellow officers that day, they should receive 60 to 90 days behind bars. That should be the minimum. What took place on January 6th is not normal. It should not be treated as a normal protest. 5 officers died as a result of what took place that day. Nearly 150 officers were severely injured, some that will never heal completely. You know, we had some of the mob actually die. I mean, this was a literal attempt to stop the peaceful transfer of power that has not happened in our country. So, and we're treating it like, you know, your garden variety protest that got a little out of hand. It's bullshit. It's complete bullshit. So anyway, guys, if I hear any more, I'll let you know. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate. Become a monthly supporter if you possibly can, or leave a one-time tip or coffee or a super thanks, depending on which platform you're watching this on. Really appreciate all of you. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.